Hello everyone, this is Morvalira, she who brings the doom and cuteness, bringing you episode 4 of my single player Let's Play. Now, I decided after last episode's journey to the Nether and the random pigmen that seemed to be wandering out of the Nether portal, that I better go ahead and accelerate my plans for giving this Nether portal some kind of housing. I always had a kind of housing in mind for it, but I figure I need to focus on it more now as opposed to later. I've been doing a lot of mining. Oh my god, a lot of mining off camera since last episode. Do you know how hard it is to find the zirconium of a certain color you want? Either way, I found what I needed to. Dark and red zirconium. I've also found and put together the recipe for these lights here. These lights come from Red Power. They are all what is known as inverted lights. Inverted means they'll just naturally be on. Normally with lights, if you put them down, they'll be off, but and you'd need a redstone signal to turn them on. Inverted, they're naturally on. They need a redstone signal to be turned off. These three lights are ones I'll use at different points in the design. Just the regular lamp, a fixture lamp is what this one's called as, and a cage lamp. They all look pretty cool, huh? Well, I'll show you how to make them. Just put these away here real quick and get all of my materials. Now, the first thing you're going to need to make any lamp out of red power is you're going to need something called lumar. Lumar is a combination of redstone, glowstone, and whatever color you want to make. We have two more lamps to make that are going to be red, so we'll get 2 doses worth of red lumar, and you'll need 2 lumar per light generally. And 1 light left to make that's going to be black, so we'll use the ink sacs to get the black lumar. Now to make that first plain lamp, just a regular box lamp, we're going to have 2 pieces of lumar. We'll have glass panes up and down the sides, and a redstone torch in the bottom because that's what will make it inverted. So we have one of those. We'll make the cage lamp next. Again, it's going to be the 2 lumar with a torch underneath. That's your basic recipe for any inverted light. The cage lamp has slabs down here for kind of like that base. It's got the glass panes on either side in the middle, and not the torch. It has iron bars, because, well, how else would you make a cage? And then lastly, again, black lumar, that, stone slabs, and since there's no cage on the fixture lamp, it's just glass panes. There we go. We have the last lamps we need. Now, there's one material that I'm going to need a lot of in order to complete the design I've made, and it is also from Red Power. It's called basalt. Now you can't see it from here, but there is an absolutely magnificent volcano just outside of loading reach there. Let's go take a look at it. Doo-doo-doo. Volcanoes are sort of biome enhancements, I'd say, added by Red Power. They can appear in just about any biome, and sometimes they're flat and don't have a lot of lava to them. The one I have here, and you can just start to see it load, is rather tall and pointy and spilling lavas everywhere. I was rather concerned about it at first when I first saw it because it is sort of surrounded by forest. Luckily, I'm not playing on hard mode, but we did have a few fires here when I first discovered this volcano. Get to a good viewing platform here. You can see the magnificence of the volcano. Maybe one of these days I'll build a what you call it, a sacrificial platform up at the top there. But yeah. Now this black material here around the volcano is, and what the volcano is made out of, is called basalt. It basically works like a kind of stone. Here you see it in its natural smooth form, just like over there you have natural smooth stone. If you mine it up, you get cobblestone. And that looks like that. You can melt it down in any kind of furnace again to turn it into smooth basalt again. You can turn it into bricks. You can turn it into pavers. You can turn it into cracked stone. Well, at least cornerstone. I'll be using the pavers and the circle stone extensively myself in this design, which means I'm going to need a fair amount of basalt here. I am going to probably pick up more of this on the way back, though, as I have one more ingredient I really want for this build, and that is cocoa beans. I want cocoa beans because I want to be able to make brown lamps. Why? Because brown lamps are pretty. Um, so honestly, I'm decently equipped now. Losing a little bit of basalt isn't going to hurt me because, as you can see, I have a decent supply of it nearby to the house. But, north. Let's go north. We're just going to start exploring and looking for cocoa. Oh yeah, plenty of basalt supply. I guess now, while I'm just kind of wandering around and looking for a biome that I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen any jungle biomes, mini or otherwise, yet. Ooh, looks like the start of a cave or ravine. But now's not a bad time to talk about my ideas and plans for this Let's Play in general. I don't have necessarily a clearly defined and laid out plan. Okay, that's green swampland, but green swampland won't have any cocoa. I don't have a very clearly defined and laid out plan. What I do have is a general idea that I would like to do something with bees. I'd like to do something rather magnificent with bees. I also don't want to focus just on bees because I know some people either love bees or hate bees. But at the same time, I really think they have worth to them. Ooh, some interesting terrain generation here. It is, however, not of a jungle. But yeah, so I know when I was doing my Better Than Wolves Let's Play, I talked often and frequently about the Tower of Doom. And the Tower of Doom, at least in Better Than Wolves terms, was meant to be a tower that would completely be self-sufficient and handle all of the various inputs and outputs that Better Than Wolves needed for its complete tech tree. Bees aren't exactly what I'd call a tech tree, but they certainly have a progression to them, and that's why I'm thinking of maybe doing something similar. Just a tower of doom and bees. I think that may be what I aim for. There are certainly other things and other epic things I'm planning to bring to you for the Let's Play, but I think that may be the overreaching goal. Or at least the overreaching goal of Season 1. Let's go this way. I don't want to tumble down the mountainside yet. Yeah, this is a much nicer place to tumble down the mountainside. Much more gentle tumble down the oh, wait a minute. Well, that's kind of a sheer drop a little bit. Alright, well, if we're going to keep going north. Doo-doo-doo. Hop. But yeah, that is my general thoughts for this Let's Play. Hopefully we'll build a nice little village around our little house there and just kind of expand things out. We'll make it pretty. That's one thing I can promise you in the end, is I will do my utmost to make it pretty. And entertaining. Oh, the sun sets on day 1 of the expedition. Now it gets interesting. Cows. Oh, I see different tree leaves back there. You're different too. Though I think you're just oak different. Yeah, it's forest. Okay. Just still heading generally north. Because I see no reason not to at this point. I like to kind of just pick one direction and just go for it. Yes, there might have been a jungle biome closer in a different direction. I don't even know if we'll hit a jungle biome this direction, but I know if we keep going, we will always eventually hit any biome we look for, if we just keep going in one direction. I'm kind of a single-minded. Oh, these are rubber trees. Let me get to a point after I find that spider where you can actually see the wood of it if I can. Well, you're not going to be able to real well with these ones, but those are rubber trees from Industrial Craft 2. You can always identify them because of the way their leaves are at the top of the tree. Actually, no. I'm lying. Those are birch. That's definitely a rubber tree. That is definitely a rubber tree. Get down here and show you. Ow. But yeah, see, this is a rubber wood tree from Industrial Craft. You can identify them by the slightly darker wood and these orange spots on the bark. What you do is you'll use a tree tap from Industrial Craft 2 to try and get the sticky resin out of the rubber tree. They can be turned into rubber through various methods, smelting, extracting, what have you. And that will be very useful for you in your building of Industrial Craft. But let me show you those distinctive branches. But yeah, see, you've got just kind of a normal one, and then it's like this 3-high stack of branch directly on top of the log. The little pointiness on top of the tree. That's how you can always tell you've got a rubber tree. We will probably want to come back for those at some point in the future, but then again, they're relatively common in forests, and we have a decent amount of forest around the house too, so. See, there's another one right over there. And still northward we go. Oh, it seems we break. That's a creeper. That's also a forest hive we just passed. And a meadows hive. See? Bees already. Okay, we got a lead on the creeper, and we're headed into the meadows. Oh, Skeletor. More Skeletor. Like I said, this is where it becomes interesting. Skeletons and creepers, oh my! Run, Morphe. There's too many of them to engage now. Bounding along the plains. See, just a little copse? Collection. A little collection of rubber trees on the plains. And, okay, I don't have anything following me at the moment. So there is an angry zombie down there. Oh, that's a swamp. Industrial Craft rubber trees are also very common in swamps. Let's see here. I'll go through the swamp just because the monsters don't like to spawn in the water. It's a rather small swamp, I think. And we have more forested spruce wood. There's a lot of spruce wood in this world. Though that's generally a good thing since I like spruce wood. I like to decorate with it. I like to use it in designs. Hopefully there'll be something here. If this takes too long, I will probably edit parts of this out. Though all of the stuff about my plans for the Let's Play you probably ought to have heard. That is a ravine on 2 sides. We shall carefully go through here. And continue northward. You know, the one thing I probably don't need it. I know, famous last words, right? I probably don't need it because I've pretty much gone only the one direction, skeleton. But I probably should have brought a compass with me. I always tell myself when I go on these little Morphe adventures that I'll plan it out better next time. I'll have better equipment. And then I forget. That is an Enderman. There's an unhappy Enderman and a creeper who has seen me. Great. I think that is a wintry hive. One of the several sets of base bees. For those unfamiliar, the way bees work is that you can... Oh, that's a fir forest. The way that bees work is that you have several types of bees that can be found naturally out in the world. Come on. Die. Oh, thank goodness. That find naturally in the world, and then there's several other species out there, but you have to breed those yourself. No. I am far enough out. Okay, I wouldn't really miss... Oh, that was a creeper behind me. Doing its creeper thing. Oh dear. And that's a spider. Right where I kind of want to be. Got him. Hey, level 20. I think that would probably be the thing I'd be unhappiest about losing right now, would be level 20. Oh. Deep into the first night. Oh, crap. Run! Morvi is low on health. Her sword has broken. Saplings are getting dropped on her head. Saplings keep dropping on my head. Okay. At least I have the bow. So I do not need to beat the monsters to death with a sapling. This is actually kind of neat lake here. It's surrounded by the pine forest, with the pine forest on top of the mountain in the middle of the water. I think that's a marshy hive. Yeah, let's raise minimap this a little bit. Waypoint. Add. Rainforest Island. Okay, and we'll leave that off. Oh, so we can come back to this if we want to. Oh, hi. Okay. But let's keep going. It's a pretty darn sheer cliff here. Oh god, it actually is a lake. And don't get me wrong, it's a lovely lake. That is a skeleton in full gold armor. Come on. This is not a good situation to be in. This is not a good situation to be in at all. No, no! No! Alright guys, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna make the run back, probably cut that out. And, hopefully that won't take too long. I'll be back, YouTube. Welcome back, YouTube. So, I went and got my stuff back, as you can see. And, on the way to do that, I discovered something a little embarrassing. Now the coordinates out where I died, out where the rainforest lake, if you will, waypoints, that's a 400x minus 1500, so about a good 600, 700 blocks further out than I'm at now. But along the way here, I realized I passed the jungle. It was here the entire time. I didn't show that. I was recording on the journey back to my stuff, but when I realized the jungle was here, I said a few very unladylike words, so I decided to edit that part out. But yes, actual honest-to-God jungle. We have jungle trees, we have cocoa beans, we have... I saw a jungle hive up there, we'll come back for it at some point. Over there, I can see a Red Power 2 rubber tree. Now, this is different than the industrial craft rubber trees. Industrial craft rubber trees are everywhere. They're relatively small, petite, if you will. Let's see if I can get a better view of it here. That thing's a monster. That Red Power rubber tree there. The yield it gives for rubber isn't quite as good as the industrial craft rubber tree overall, but it is huge. The only trees I know to be bigger than these red power trees are the oak trees out of extra biomes. And those things are just absolutely freaking massive. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, these ones also spawn in jungles only, so let's go ahead, get ourselves some cocoa beans and some jungle wood upon which to plant said cocoa beans, because it has to be jungle wood to plant it on. Wait, what's this? What's that? Oh, it's a mushroom. Let's see here. Do I want to take down an entire tree or just a couple bushes? I'll take down an entire tree here. And we shall do it the hard way, with our fist. Because I did not think ahead and bring an axe. This is what happens with Adventures with Morvi. She has such good intentions, and then she, like, doesn't plan ahead enough. I think maybe you guys enjoyed that as a possibility. And we'll just cut the wood down here. Did I get all that? No. Pushing the sheep around? Let's push the sheep around a little bit more, just because we can. There you go, sheep. You got pushed around. Alright, and that should be all we need to get started on it. I'll record my way home, and you can see just, indeed, how close I am to home. It's kind of embarrassing and ridiculous, honestly. Of course, if it gets too interesting, we'll see, because it kind of looks like it's getting dark already. Let's get our bow out just in case. Oh yeah, it's getting dark. And hop up. There's the forest. Yeah, this forest here, it's the one that's on the far side of the volcano, that first massive volcano I showed you guys. Can't believe I completely missed the jungle. Okay, we're into the forest. We can turn south here. At least I thought I could turn south here. I already hear the spiders. Why does it always have to be spiders? Take one of you with us. Just for resources' sake. That might have been some of the beehives we passed earlier. I think we may have accounted for the jungle a little too more, so I'm going to mainly aim for 0-0 here. I'm also going to be kicking myself for not setting a waypoint to home. If it takes me a while to find home, you might have another shot at hearing some very unladylike words out of Morvi. And up on the ice. And back into the frigid water of doom. Oh, great. One of the things I lost looks like it was my steak. No, it's in there. Oh, I should put my pants back on. Putting pants back on is usually a good idea if you're going to be fighting monsters. Just saying. And up. Just wandering through the dark and snowy forest, looking for anything that looks familiar. Unfortunately, an angry zombie also looks familiar. How could I miss 3 times in a row? Gotcha. See if I can pick up some of my arrows here because that was pretty pathetic. Alright. Back heading south. Watch out for the random holes in the ground. Oh, we're out of the snow area. We are into a forest again. Avoid the creeper. For he is a creepy creeper. If I can jump up things properly. That was a parkour fail, guys. Ooh, hey. More arrows. And another bow. Always good to have a backup bow around. Oh, hey, spider. So, boys and girls, what have we learned from this adventure today? I know what I've learned is always keep your eyes open and always bring a second sword. And put your pants back on. That's another lesson. Oh, look, it's a volcano! It's our volcano. We found it, people. We found the way back home. Or at least most of it. I think I'm gonna get home first, and then after that I'll collect some more of the basalt off camera, and I can show you what we'll be doing here. Well, actually, let's kill these skeletons first, just because they decided to get in the way. Fear not, I see the creeper. Unfortunately, he also sees me. Luckily, he is now a dead creeper. Alright, guys. I'll be right back. I am back, YouTube. I've done a bit of work off here camera. I took a nice little dent out of that volcano there and came up with a decent amount of basalt that I've processed mostly here. I've also set up a nice little cocoa farm in my machine room. It's very temporary, but it works for now. Got myself enough cocoa to make all these inverted lamps, inverted brown lamps. But I'm going to show you how to make some of the basalt bricks I'll be using. Now, when you mine basalt, as I said earlier, you get basalt cobblestone, which you then have to melt back down in order to get smooth, plain basalt, just like stone. And there's two bricks I'll be using. One of them is the basalt paver, and all you have to do for that is to take a piece of smooth basalt and just put it in a crafting grid, and you get a basalt paver. This you put down, it's got a kind of a smoother, rounder look to it. There's not a whole lot point to it other than aesthetic, but I like it, so that's why I'll be using it. And again, it comes back to cobblestone when you break it. Now, to make the circle stone brick, first you have to make a basalt bricks, which, like stone brick, they look nice on their own. And if you pick them up, they turn back into bricks like stone brick. And just one of those, actually, basically brick it again, and it'll become 4 chiseled basalt bricks, which just looks like the regular circle stone brick, but in basalt. And if you pick it up, it'll still be a circle stone brick. This is what I've set aside for the moment here. So I'm going to gather these materials here and get to building. See you on the other side of the time lapse. Hey guys, I was actually looking about the amount of time I've spent on this episode so far, and I actually think this is a pretty good place to pause. I know you guys haven't seen me building yet, and you probably want to see it, but next time, my dears, next time. Wait until then, and I promise it'll be good. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!